Hello and welcome to Boomer and Beyond Wellness. I'm Angela Fischetti. So today's session, we're going to be strength training, doing a standing lower body workout, time-saving workout, hopefully. And we're going to be focusing on the outer thighs, also known as the hip abductors, ABD. And you will not be using any weights. The accessories we'll be using today will be a sticky yoga mat. I have a fit ball, also known as a Pilates ball. They're nice and squeegee, they don't burst. And also a little tip, whenever you use them, make sure the plug is not facing your skin. We're also going to be using what I call a medium-sized ball. It's 45 centimeters, but I didn't blow it up all the way. We'll be using this. And we're going to be using a couple of booty bands. And just in case you don't know what that is, and I like Master of Muscle, and they're kind of elasticized fabric, as opposed to those exercise loops. For these exercises, they can roll around too much. I'm also using a high chair, like a bar stool, and a yoga block. And finally, also wedges. So when you stand on a wedge, you're going to have your toes down low and your heels up high. You'll see when I'm working on them, but there is a way to hack that where you can stand. I'm going to show you right now on the handle of two dumbbells, like so. Get you prepared in case you don't have wedges. All right, so that's a way that you can do it as well. I like the wedges because it puts me a little bit more into plantar flexion, but they're both good. Now, just so you know, going into our medical disclaimers, the yoga mat, the fit ball, and the stability ball are typically made out of latex. So if you do have a latex allergy, please do look for latex-free or non-latex. More medical disclaimers. If you've ever been diagnosed with any back spine issue, particularly been told not to bend down, pick up something, bringing the spine into a forward flexion, this can oftentimes happen, but not exclusively, to osteoporosis, with some postural deviations that can go along with the osteoporosis. One in particular is hyperkyphosis, kind of that hunched appearance. Also, if you're medicated or not for hypertension, if you have vertigo, GERD, carpal tunnel syndrome, pinched nerve at the neck, rotator cuff muscle issues deep to the shoulders, and if you've ever had a TIA, transient ischemic attack, or a stroke, I invite all of you to preview the video first before participating. And I would like you to kind of broaden your perspective and look for what you can do. I promise you, the way these classes are designed on this particular channel are totally to be inclusive of people with these chronic health concerns. Now, because we have these issues, oftentimes we're really great, and rightly so, at knowing what we cannot do. So let's start building on your exercise vocabulary of what you can do. But yet, after you preview the video and you're like, I'm still not sure, then I would invite the medical healthcare practitioner who knows your body best to preview the video as well, to then help you make an informed decision. I'm all about informed decisions. So what's the big deal about those outer thighs, those hip abductors? Well, on this channel, we're all about making sure we do activities of daily living. So exercises that will benefit functionality and the activities of daily living. So just a few examples: when you step laterally to your side, hip abductors, when you get up and down out of bed, and also in and out of your car, right? All too often, I find that people are very willing to let go of these basic functions, and then you start hanging on to other people for support. I'm not saying that it's inappropriate to seek help. Absolutely not. That's what we're all trying to do in our own way, is to help ourselves. But the best thing is to open up, broaden your horizons to include exercise. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox. All right, so just want to give you gentle reminders to make sure you stay hydrated. I'm filming this during a heat index here in Miami Beach. Please stay hydrated because I know it's going on all over the country. I invite you to stop and rest whenever you need to, but don't quit, right? You might think, that's it, I can't do one more, but maybe after a few seconds rest, you have that one more repetition in you. Now, on the channel, I will be providing within the show notes a rating of perceived exertion scale. It's a really great way to gauge yourself. Basically, you're gauging if you're working at an acceptable level of muscular discomfort for you. I don't know what that is, only you know. So therefore, I recommend you work at an RPE between 3 and 6. Also provided on the channel is a warm-up and a cool-down video they're interchangeable, and it is advised for those of us who are 55 years and above to warm up for a solid 10 minutes prior to a workout. And be on the look for, in the community tab of our channel, I have provided a really cool article about strength training, the hip abductors from Healthline. So it's there for you. All right, so now the approach today is going to be, our sets are, in a set is a group of repetitions. They're going to consist of 8 to 15 repetitions. Typically, I will say that between your sets, you'll take a 20-25 second rest. But what we're going to do here today is we're going to take an active rest, meaning we're going to be stretching in between. And I also want to remind you that the way we do this is to benefit those who have all of these different chronic issues, for those who are brand new to strength training, and for those who are brand new to exercise. We're going to demonstrate every one of the exercises, mostly without any of the accessories. I might tie in a little bit here and there, but mostly without the accessories. And then for the second and third set, we'll add in the accessories, and then we'll be stretching between those sets. So having said all of this, I will be providing you with a timestamp of when the workout actually begins. You can bypass all of this and go straight to the replay, but do listen through one time, please, because the information is important. All right, so now we're going to begin with, I don't typically begin my routines with a deadlift, but we're going to do that today. Why not? So we're going to be doing a deadlift, a Romanian deadlift. I did not name it that. It's been called that a super long time, for decades. In fact, well, actually, yeah, for decades. So we're going to bring the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And now I'm going to turn to the side. That's how a Romanian deadlift is done. However, to the side, I'm going to show you a basic deadlift because I want to demonstrate the difference between a deadlift and a squat. All right, there you go. The camera just got back into, it's not fuzzy anymore. Okay, so the first one is a deadlift with your feet hips width apart. How do you line that up? You place your feet between the inside of your pelvic bone. So I'm going to guide it through the hands. This is the high bone, the iliac crest. You line up ankle to knee to the inside of the pelvic bone. Now, what it is a hinge as opposed to a squat. So here it is. I hinge, and then I come up, take a posterior pelvic tilt, contract the gluteals. Here is a squat. I sit back into a chair, exhale up, contract the gluteals, posterior pelvic tilt, and I'm even contracting the quadriceps. So now I'm going to bring my feet wider than the hips. Folks, those of you with back spine issues, this might be too much for you. So I would say do the squat, all right? So placing the hands directly in front of the thighs, toes same line as each other. I'm going to lift the toes up inside the shoes. So I drive the work from the heels. I'm not lifting the balls of the feet. I'm not looking for you to fall, all right? Here we go. Hinge, inhale, exhale up. Now, what if you have a limited range of motion, but you don't have the issues? Well, you're hinging. That's a hinge, folks. As long as the tail is drawing out, knees are bending, you're not rounding the spine, and you're taking a pelvic tuck. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the nose. The science is pointing that even for strength training to start utilizing yoga breathing, which is in and out through the nose, you inhale, exhale on the effort. E. I'm contracting glutes, contracting quads. We're working the posterior extensor side of the body. That's your back muscles. You've got the gluteals. We even have hamstrings and the anterior side with those quadriceps. Pause at the peak of the contraction. That's where you do the squeeze of the butt. We're going to just do one more. Keep that chest nice and lifted, chin up. Great. Now, the next one is going to be goblet squats. This is where I'm going to bring the wedges in, or you can bring those weights in. I'm not adding any booty bands yet, but I do want to grab my fit ball. And I'm going to stand with the toes on the floor and the balls of the feet, but above the arches on up, from the arches up, I should say, I'm up on the wedge. I'm going to go nice and wide here, toe same line, ball right under the chin to remind me to keep that chin up. Toes lifted, sit back and down. So with a goblet squat, I'm dropping the butt really low and coming up. But there's a lot of abduction going on here. And when we add the booty band, you're going to feel it. Inhale, exhale. So we want the chin lifted so that the cervical spine of the neck and the position of the lumbar spine of the low back are in the same position. And they both form a natural lordotic curve that adds to back extension, that adds to that little small back bend, pelvic tuck, drive up through the heels. Let's go for two more, squeezing quads and thighs. One more, great, and carefully stepping off. I want to show you something as an alternative to all of the squats if you need, all right? Your knees, what have you, the spine flexion. Well, you can take a wall seat so you're not coming into spine flexion. Just make sure your feet aren't too close to the wall because then it's too much flexion on your knees, all right? So now let's set this to the side. And the last exercise is going to be, stay there. Okay, the last one is going to be with the chair and a block, not yet the booty band. And this is just basically your unilateral standing hip abduction. You go a little forward with the chair, a little further back with the block, right. Now, I am going to grab the fit ball, just not the booty band yet, because that's a little too much resistance for those of you who are brand new. I take the ball without the plug to be behind the kneecap. So you notice I'm squeezing the calf toward the hamstring, the back of the thigh. Belly is in, stand tall, right? Maybe not hold on. I'm going to hold on a little bit. So I'm going to do an external lateral rotation and out. Out. So it's like the back heel is going toward the opposite glute. So my right heel is going toward my left glute. We're going after gluteus medius. Now the gluteal muscles are all involved in abduction. Everybody thinks it's lower down, but it really is not. Oh, because that ITB is involved. Oh my goodness. This is not an easy exercise for me. It never has been. Exhale, you bring hand to the waist. You can bring your arm out. You can bring your arm up. It's up to you. One more. And then over to the other side. Okay. And we're going to step up on it with the left. Make sure the plug isn't into your skin. Okay, so you're squeezing the ball, therefore your hamstrings are involved. You're not collapsing into that standing hip, all right? Knee back, we don't want it forward of the standing knee. External or lateral rotation, exhale, inhale. So you want to pause at the peak of that contraction. Here's the pause. A slight hip opening movement of external lateral rotation. Belly button is pulled in, chest is tall. You're not leaning all into the chair. Now, of course, if you have vestibular challenges, and I should have mentioned that, but any kind of challenge with your balance, you can stay on the floor. And frankly, folks, if you have vestibular challenges, then you ought not to be training on your own. Exhale. One more. And that's not even with the booty band. Okay. So let me put the chair out of the way. And we're going to go back to the top for Romanian deadlift. I'm using the red booty band. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to bring it up above the knee a little bit because I want to be able to get really wide here. I'm going to hold on to my fit ball like I did first round. Here we go. Belly button in, toes lifted. Sit back, exhale up. Come in a little bit more narrow here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. I'm doing the wrong exercise. Hello. What we want to do here is bring in the big ball. Sorry. I know I started one exercise. I got that confused. Very sorry. Okay. Big ball, the bigger stability ball. Hold here, booty band around the thighs, just above the kneecap. So hinging, knees bent, arms up, posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, the ball is out in front. Exhale. Inhale. So the exhale is on the way up with a slight posterior pelvic tilt, pushing out into the booty band. Exhale. Now watch the looking up to the sky. If you have had a TIA or a stroke, push that band, let those knees bend a little bit. I was getting it confused for the moment with a goblet squat. Push. Couple more repetitions, push out into that band, toes lifted. Keep the chest puffed up. One more. Oh, yeah, I feel it. Okay. So I'm going to set this down. Be careful of walking around or hobbling with your booty band wrapped around you. Get that thing off before you stretch. Okay. So the stretch we're going to do is because we were doing forward flexion. Let's take some back extension. So carpal tunnel, pay attention here, please. So we're going to bring the feet wider than the hips. Now I'm going to turn to the side. Place your hands on the sacrum, the flat inverted triangle at the base of the spine. So now my hands are in wrist extension. That's not good for carpal tunnel, all right? So you folks, you can bring your hands to your butt or below the butt. This way your wrists won't bend. Roll the shoulders back. If you're kind of tight, then, and if this is what you can do, that's what you can do. But my image is is that I'm gently sliding the sacrum down toward the heels. It does not slide, but that's my image. Now hold here. For those of you who can go further back, but you've had a TIA or stroke, you're medicated or not for hypertension, you have GERD or vertigo, I need you to keep the head neutral. The rest, roll shoulders back, present the heart. The last thing to lower is your head. You can work with straight knees. Inhale, lift up on the kneecaps. Exhale, inhale, head all the way up to the top. Exhale, release. Let's do another set. Make sure I do the right exercise. These things happen. Okay. Romanian deadlift, peculiar name, but it is what it is. Okay, feet wide. Let's do it from the side now. You have to step back, have clearance, watch my circumstance that it's safe. Okay, and hinge, pelvic tuck at the top. Out in front. Man, it just grips that butt, those outer thighs, back muscles working. Some mobility here for the shoulders, glenohumeral joint. Don't forget to breathe in and out through the nose. Stop and rest when you need to. Stay hydrated. Push out into that booty band. Abduction. Woohoo. Last one. And relax it, careful walking with that booty band on. Take it off. Let's do our back extension again, please. This time I will face you. Carpal tunnel, you know your adjustment, and all the rest. Okay. Don't worry if your belly pooches out. Nobody cares, right? It's not about how cute you look. It's about doing the work. It's important. Roll shoulders back, puff up the chest. I'm going to be 66 years old, folks. I understand the importance of exercise. Straighten those knees if you want. Lift up on the kneecaps. Isometrically engaging quads. Inhale up. Exhale. Shoulder rolls. Now those goblet squats. Those sneaky little things. So I'm going to set up my wedges. Yep, okay. I just want to see which band I'm using for this one, the red one. And of course, we're going to grab that fit ball. So the red has a little more tension on it than the blue. Arches on up on the, to the heel, up on the wedge. Go wide. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put this up higher. I need a little bit wider. I'll find when I'm doing it if I want to make it a little stronger. You make it stronger by going below the knee, all right? Okay. Under the chin. Sit back. Take it up. Pelvic tuck. Wow. Really push open. I'm glad I put the band above the knees. But it'll be great to target below the knees, right? As a way for me to level up. I leveled up recently from going from the blue booty band to the red. Wow. Exhale. Chin up. Breath in and out through the nose. One more. Oh my goodness, I really feel this one. Okay. Off this goes, put that up there so it doesn't fall, hopefully. All right. Now, a really nice stretch for this. Really nice. Let me move these out of the way for a second. Okay, so standing with the feet close together. Okay, right hand down alongside the right hip thigh. I'm going to bend the right knee, slouch the hip to the left. Slide down, turn sternum up to the ceiling, roll shoulder back. For pinched nerve or carpal or rotator cuff, you bring your hand to your waist. Otherwise, take the arm up and over. Hips forward, torso back. Stretching the whole entire lateral side of the body. Abductors. The obliques at the waist, internal and external. The intercostals between the ribs, responsible for 25% of your respiratory cycle. When you do your stretches on your own, hold them for at least 30 seconds. Inhale, turn the palm up, grab a hook, imaginary hook. Exhale, push down into that left heel, belly button in. Come back to center, bend, slouch. It's like cutting a little New York attitude. Slide down, slide up, hips forward, torso back, sternum to the ceiling. Make sure you don't collapse the left side organs. And here we go, up and over. Folks, if you don't have the range of motion in your shoulder, don't do this thinking you're going further over. You're not, and you're going to aggravate your shoulder. So go to whatever position you can handle, but with a straight elbow. Energize through both sets of middle fingers, reaching. Inhale, turn the palm up, grab a hook. Exhale, push down into the right heel, reaching out. Come back to center. Nice big shoulder rolls. Let's set it up again. Maybe you have a large enough space, but you don't have to reset. I got tiny space, but I make do. No excuses. Okay. Up above the knees for now. Okay. Take it wide. For me, I got to go pretty wide here so I can clear the back and the butt on the way down. Here we go. You know what? I think I might be able to do it. Let's see. If I don't like it, you can always change it. That's the beauty of working with no weights at times, right? Make a pretty easy adjustment. Let's try it. So what if it doesn't work? Just change it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Maybe not quite as low. I'm going to keep working at it. And that's all you can do is keep trying. Just don't quit. Never quit, folks. So exercise is so wonderful for your mood, particularly those who might be dealing with any kind of depressive type issues. But you see how I push out into the booty band. Push out. Last one. Like a monk. Okay. Careful here. Woo-hoo. Hold steady. Okay. Gonna move the wedges. And let's take our stretch again. It's called a lateral flexion. It's a side bend, right? Okay. Slouch it. New York. All right. Slide down. Hand to waist, hips forward, torso back. Take it on over. Yes, I am Brooklyn born, partially raised there as well. Moved from Park Slope to South Beach 22 years ago. And inhale, palm up, grab the hook, push down into the right heel, pull the belly button in, vigorously reach out to come up. Let's take it to the other side. One side might feel a little more flexible, a little more lengthened than the other. You just keep working at it. And when you notice these variations, it's not for self-judgment, it's for information. Inhale, palm up, grab imaginary hook. Exhale, push down into that left heel, engage the abdominals, slowly come up. Let's take a couple of shoulder rolls. And now, let's come here. We're gonna set this up. I'm gonna use the blue booty band for this, because this, for me, is quite challenging. And again, just above the knee for this one, because you'll need clearance. Now, we're gonna grab the fit ball. Let me pull this back a little bit. Okay. And this a little more forward. Let's do this. Ball behind the knee. Remember, the plug, not against your skin. Squeeze into it. Lateral rotation. External rotation. It's like a world of difference. Exhale, pause. It's not a huge movement. You're not looking to move your hips all over the place. You just want to go a little further back. There we go. Now I feel a little more here. Yeah, that's it. Careful, Angela. Don't be pressing too much into that chair. Hold yourself up. Exhale. 2 more. Squeeze that ball. Try not to let it come out from behind you, and hold steady. Now, because we're doing side to side, side to side like this, we're going to take a stretch after the second round of each. Behind the knee, squeeze that puppy. Keep this knee back. Don't let it shift forward. External lateral rotation. And a standing thigh. It's going to talk as well. Exhale. Place it. Hold. Pause at the peak of the contraction. Just that subtle stop. Oh my goodness. One more. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. Whose idea was this? Okay, whatever. Okay. Gotta have a little fun when you work out, folks. Crack a joke now and then. All right. No plug. That's sticking out from behind me. Let me make sure I have that ball. Okay. External rotation, I should say. Waist, arm can come out to shoulder height. You can reach the sky. I don't care, whatever you want. Woof. Exhale, keep that standing leg a little straighter, Angela. Last one. Yay, who said you can't get a good workout without using weights? Come on, mamma mia. Okay, standing, external, here we go. Yes, I am sweating. Exhale. Pause at the peak of the contraction. Last one. Oh my goodness, could barely move it. Could barely move it. All right. And take everything off. Chair out of the way. And let's take our stretch. So by doing your stretches in between and all that good stuff, then let me just see which one I want you to do here. Yeah, let's go for the last. I'm going to have you do 2. So I want you to do this one. Bring your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Slide down, no bent knee, no pushing hip out. And reach. Hips forward. And then slightly belly button in, curve down. Oh, it starts to shift down. Back up. Inhale, palm up, grab your hook, push down into the right heel. Exhale, so there's no bent knee, there's no slouchy. Lift the chest. I also want to give you a quadricep stretch as well. Turn the palm up, grab a hook, and I'm going to rotate toward the floor. Just a little bit, not a big turn. Belly button drawn in. Hips forward again. Palm up, grab your hook. Inhale, exhale, reach out, push down into the left heel. Shoulder roll. I'm going to bring the chair back because I want to show you your quad stretch. Okay, just lightly holding on. That knee, don't bring it forward. Otherwise, you're not going to get a stretch, right? Now, what if you can't reach your ankle? How about you use one of your booty bands and just put your foot through it over your ankle, and you can hold it up that way. For those who just absolutely cannot grab the foot, all right? It is a way to do the stretch as well. And then the opposite side. So no cool down is merited here because you have been stretching all along. And you can, play with your balance if you have good balance, or you want to challenge the balance a bit, but not for those of you with vestibular issues, unless people are working with you. And lower it down. So that's what we have for you today, folks, here at Boomer and Beyond Wellness. Y'all know that I live a whole food plant exclusive lifestyle. So eat your greens, eat your beans, yep, drink your water. And if you like the content, folks, I would surely appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It is free to subscribe. Perhaps hit that notification bell to stay current with the content. Maybe put a little kind comment there, and feel free to share the videos with others. Until next time, be well, and thank you so much.